Hey everybody, this is DayTraderRockStar, and this is the market radar for July 6th. July 6th. We're going to jump right into things. From the last week's market radar and in the midweek radar, we had this big event, the Greek debt crisis that's playing out in front of us, and we knew that this was going to be, next until this really gets behind us, it's going to be kind of volatile in the trading and kind of risky, not knowing how things are going to play out. This is one of the events that we haven't seen really before. I mean, we've dealt with the Greek situation before, but never really to a vote where, they're kind of putting a lot on leaving the euro, the Greek exit. So I hate to do this. I hate when there's a big event coming out because it kind of just puts us in a guessing mode. This is where we left off on Wednesday. We're expecting what I was looking for is actually see this little flag that was forming here to break down and then reverse it and move up here into that 2085 to 2090 area. So we were looking for upside. I had actually had a 2-arrow up call for Thursday and Friday, which is a big call for Thursday and Friday. But I wanted to see if we actually could just drop out of here just to get a bit of position. But we knew that news was going to be hitting, and if news came out, then we could actually shoot right up. So as you can see now, I'm going to move this chart over. This is exactly where we left off. We see that big candle up here. Well, there was some news out there that a possible, deal was going to be made, and the market here popped on that, and that was very suspect. We don't like buying those gap ups. That was actually kind of a gap up. We kind of came all the way back and then chopped around, but overall the call was correct. We started grinding back up into this referendum vote, and that's going to be coming out on Sunday, and that's a big vote. That is a big vote. All eyes are on that. I'm sitting here in my office right now on Friday, July 3rd, and I am just watching the news go through here, and everyone's rallying. There's two sides. You want the no vote, you want the yes vote. You got everyone here pushing for their side, and it's going to come down to this. And they're placing a lot of emphasis on what does these votes mean. What does a no vote mean for the euro, and what it means for Greece, and what a yes vote means for the government of Greece. And right now, I am, again, busy with research and catching up on what's going on. But I can tell you right now, from some of the polls that are going on, it is very, very close. Now, I want to give you a quote right here of something that just came out about an hour ago, and we're going to look at this. The polls published in the Ethnos newspaper on Friday showed the two sides evenly split, with the yes vote at 44.8% and the no vote at 43.4%. But the same poll showed 74% in favor of staying in the euro, with just 15% choosing to return to a national currency. All right, so there is a slight slight lead for the yeses of kind of coming down. But basically now what's the euro
NQ tradeometer oversold.
I apologize for that. That's still running because there's a friend. Let me turn that volume down there for you. Okay, got that set up for you. All right, so again, they're looking for the no votes to help with the negotiations. The Greek Prime Minister is saying a strong no vote will help with a better agreement with creditors. The EU is saying a no vote is, there's nothing that we could do to give you a better deal. They're calling for, the Greece is calling for a 30% haircut of the debt and a 20-year grace period. I mean, I just cannot see the European Union, just kind of like bowing down to this. It's kind of, it's hard to believe that they could actually do this. So, it comes down to Sunday. We're going to be here Sunday. I want to do my best to get here Sunday, kind of broadcast the futures open Sunday evening, 6 o'clock. So definitely, keep it tuned in. You'll see what's going on, and we'll see what happens with this vote. But right now, everything's up in the air. A yes vote probably pushes this market higher. A no vote probably gaps it down. I do think a no vote doesn't need to lead to a Greek exit. I think it's just, they don't want that. It just seems too difficult. But, I mean, there is a great there is definitely a great amount of people out there saying, yes, let's just get this over with. Let them exit. They should have never been in the euro in the first place. And that's the argument. It's just kind of get rid of the weak link here. But it seems a little bit harder, on how the whole crisis is going to play out by just saying, all right, exit. There's a lot of things that have to be dealt with, and humanitarian aid and the Greek banks collapsing, and then where's the money? And it's not going to be a good situation on a no vote. So kind of leading towards a yes vote. I have a feeling they're going to try to work this out, just because it seems like the other scenario is just too hard and too dangerous. So I'm going to go for that yes vote that plays out, and we're probably going to get a reaction to the upside on that. But for any reason at all, we get a no vote. Look for that gap down. Look for that pressure in the market. And, there could be comments coming out here. They still have to come to a deal. The vote doesn't mean anything. They're still going to have, this is still going to drag behind us. So next week we're going to go into a crap load of news that's going to move this market around again. But let's just take a look at the bigger picture now. Let's take a look at the S&P 500. The charts have been fantastic. We had this rise and wedge. We had the breakdown. We came down to a 1, 2, 3 pattern. We were oversold on the hourly and on the daily. That's our dual stochastic indicator right here. And this is really powerful. So that with that call right there, we looked for an upside Thursday and Friday, and basically we got that. We had a nice turn back up. You can actually see this starting to cross back up. This was very important. I put out a lot of charts showing the relationship between that daily stochastic and, the rallies in this market. And you can actually see, you could go back to all of them. I mean, it's just not like, a random thing. It's basically every time we get down to that oversold level. And there is a couple cases where we kind of got oversold, popped, and then failed. And that could happen, in a crisis situation. We could actually drop back down. So we have to, consider that as an option. There's no reason why we can't continue to drop and even get back down to a lower trend line here. But the news is in front of us, and that's what's going to play out. So, looking at the charts look like we're going to, move back up into this channel. And the daily looks good. The 60-minute time frame here kind of got extended real fast. And with that, right at this point, we were looking at that to break back down. And we started rolling back down on Thursday. Today we were off for the holiday. Happy 4th of July, by the way, for those who are going to celebrate. And that's where we left off. We left off in this bearish flag. We're kind of, indecisive on the 60. The daily's still oversold. But it's going to come down to news. I just have to continue to say that. News is going to be an issue. Until we get past this, it's going to feel more comfortable not being too aggressive on taking new positions. And hopefully, this little volatility that's supposed, cause this market to pull back will regain its footing, and then we'll start to move under our own power again. All right, so that's going to be all taking place on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I do have a couple new setups here that I want to talk about. We're going to do that on another video. I'm going to do the individual videos for the HPS setups. But again, with the HPS setups, I have to just, put out extreme caution. Just say, bear with me. Please bear with me. This, we do this every single day of the year. There's okay to have a week or 2 weeks when there's so much news out there that is a little bit more dangerous. So I'm not trying to. I just don't want to gamble into this. There is a situation that could move this market down, so it's hard to, really get in front of that. I even took my national Greek bank off just because, it's just a gamble. There's, we got into the LUV the other day, added to it actually. This has been a great trade working out, and we picked it up on the cheap here as it gapped down on news. It bounced back up. We're holding some gains in this. Would like to see this push back up. So this will definitely be in focus next week, and many others, which I want to put on a different video for the members of Day Trading Radio. So with the market radar, again, looking at the bias to the upside, I'd give us at least another 2-hour upside potential here. But it all is based on news. I mean, a no vote, like I said, no vote is probably going to push this market down. Technically speaking, we're set up to move a little bit higher, but any news that comes out to kind of upset that will be short term, I believe. and then we'll have a bigger opportunity in the market. So that's the market radar. A little caution, looking for more upside, but anything can happen. We'll see you on Sunday, and for those out there, members of Day Trading Radio, and if you're not, definitely consider it. We have a fantastic program for people who are supporters of Day Trading Radio, and all these charts are all lined out for you, and all the buy signals and everything else. So I'll leave it with that. Happy 4th of July, and I'll see you Sunday.